Welcome everybody. Thank you for so much for tuning in to Bell Speaks. And today we got some things to talk about, baby. Let me tell you, you're going to want to stick around for this video because it's definitely going to be interesting. Okay, so before we get started, I just want you to go ahead and click like, click subscribe, and click share. Okay, and next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell on the side. If you click on that button, that will notify you of the next time we post videos, because we do post 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I thank you so much for supporting this channel by even watching this video. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, the name of the topic today is cheat in peace. Let that damn person you with cheat in peace. Okay? Let them cheat in peace. Now, one of the worst things a person could do in a relationship is accuse somebody of doing something that they don't have any proof of. So in this video, we're going to talk about 7 steps of things that you should not be doing and things that you should be doing if you feel like your significant other is cheating on you. The very first one is stop accusing them of stuff. Nothing is more annoying than to always be around somebody who's like, oh, I know, who is that? What you doing? Where you going? What time you coming back? Where you was that? Da 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 da. Na 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 na. Yeah. You're annoying. Stop. Stop doing that. Like, why are you always accusing somebody of doing something if you have no proof? Sometimes, even if you may feel a certain way, it's not to say that you may be wrong. But if you do not have factual evidence, you cannot go around accusing people of stuff. Because what if you're wrong? Right? And what if that person is loyal and faithful to you? Then all you've done is turn them off and make them not want to be around you, not want to show you love, not want to deal with you. So for crying out loud, stop. Number 2, don't go through their stuff. Stop going through people's socials. Stop going through people's phone. Stop going through people's wallet and their stuff. Listen, just stop going through people's personal items. If you're with a person that you got to go through their stuff, that person, clearly you shouldn't be with them. You already know. Like, or maybe you're just insecure. That's a thought. You know, maybe you're the one with the problem. Maybe you're the one who's just insecure, and maybe you're the one who just thinks everybody's going to do you wrong. Maybe you're the one who's been hurt before. But let me just let you know, everybody been hurt before. I hate when people use "I've been hurt before" as an excuse. Everybody been hurt before. Every single person have a reason not to trust somebody, not to, give their all to someone, to be scared to get into a relationship, to be scared to be vulnerable. Everybody have those reasons. The issue is you can't be in a relationship and still have those issues or not be trying to work on them. Okay, you have to give a person the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I personally believe I'm gonna give you enough rope so you can hang yourself, because I promise you, what's in the dark come to light. And when I find out, I'm gonna do what's in my best interest. Period. I'm not about to sit around and wait for you and drive myself nuts and maybe about nothing, because maybe you're not doing anything. So stop going through people's stuff. Stop going on their social media, going through their DMs. First of all, let me just put this out there. Not because a person is on social media, okay, and maybe somebody slide in their DMs. Anytime you go through a person's phone, you're going to find something. Like, I am the most faithful person, but I promise you, if you go through my phone, I can't help who texts me. I used to be single. I know a lot of people, and they hit my phone. Like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily respond. I don't give them the time of day, but you can't fault me if somebody reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I'm in a relationship, I kind of curb people, but every now and then you get a random text message or something, and maybe I didn't delete it out my call log. Maybe I didn't delete it out my message log. So if you're going to be going through my phone and stuff, you might see something that's absolutely nothing, because I am very, very faithful. I'm I'm as loyal as they come. If I'm with you, I'm with you. Good, bad, and different. I'm going to be with you until I tell you I ain't with you no more. And when I tell you I'm not with you no more, I'm donezo. Okay? So, the going through people phone stuff, we not about to do that. Now, what I do suggest you do is you sit that person down and you have a conversation. You ask them, like, hey, I've been feeling a certain type of way. Like, what's up? Are you doing something? What are you? Most of the time they lie, but if you know the person you're with, you know if they're lying or not. You know what I'm saying? But don't sit there and accuse. Don't sit there and search. Sit there and be an adult and have a conversation. Because one thing I know for sure from my life, you'll be surprised to know the answers to people conversations. Sometimes we're not asking the right questions. Even if you need to go on Google and find out, hey, what type of questions should I be asking? Maybe you need to have a real conversation with that person. Find out where they are in that relationship. Hey, I don't feel a certain type of way. You haven't been treating me a certain kind of way. You've been treating me any old kind of way, like I'm nobody, and I don't like that. I like to feel loved and secured and supported, or whatever the case may be. And if that person's not giving you that, sometimes you might need to, like, give them a little tap on the shoulder to remind them, that you have needs and those are your needs and it's not being met. It may not necessarily be another person. It may be that they may be busy or not paying attention or too comfortable. So before we jump to conclusions, let's fix that. Okay. The fourth thing that we're going to be doing is this: reevaluate yourself. Reevaluate you. Sit down and really take, an inventory of yourself and find out, hey, am I walking around looking crazy? Do I need to fix myself up the way I used to when I met this person? Or, am I on point? Did I gain some weight? Maybe I need to go to the gym and focus on me a little bit. Maybe I'm lazy and just sitting around the house. Maybe my house is dirty. Maybe my food ain't been tasting good lately because I just been doing any old kind of thing and not caring, the effort I put into, what I bring to the table. Maybe you lazy and you just sitting at home and you just need a job, and this person is turned off because they looking at you like, damn, when I met her, she was about her hustle. She was about her grind. She looked beautiful. She smelled good all the time. Now this half is sitting around and she didn't take a shower for 2-3 days. Like, who is this? Who is this bitch? Because I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So all those things, like, sometimes I really do believe we really, really, really need to be checking ourselves. And one of the biggest things I hate what people do, especially women, and I'm just going to go out there and say, stop holding out sex on your man. Stop not giving it up. Okay? If you don't give him that cat, he going to go somewhere else and get another cat, boo. Okay? And I'm not saying that, oh my God, like, I have to sleep with him and he not doing what's right. Oh my God, she telling me sleep with him and da 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 da. No, what I'm saying to you is this: if you hold out on a man, sex, what you think he gonna do? You think he gonna sit there and beat it off and wait for you? He might, but how long that's gonna last? How long that's gonna last? You know what I mean? Go by, listen, find out, what the hell is wrong with me? And not to say you're gonna blame yourself. I'm just saying do a honest check of you, because a lot of times, I've been there. A lot of times as women, we feel like, please, I don't care, he gonna do this and he gonna do that. And we got good men who may not be perfect, just like we may be good women, but we're not perfect. And instead of trying to fix the problem and find a solution, okay, what we do as women sometimes is we create bigger problems than the problem that's actually there. Sex is one thing you cannot hold out on your significant other. Like, that's crazy as hell. First of all, sex is used to create bonds. It bring you closer. If you're gonna have sex and you're not really happy, maybe you need to take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Bring out the lingerie, burn the candles, play the music, like, get rid of the damn kids. Like, find a babysitter, for crying out loud. Some of y'all act like y'all can't get rid of y'all kids because y'all kids live in the same house as you. Like, that's crazy as hell. Find you a auntie, cousin, sister, grandma, friend, okay, to watch your kids for one night while you bond and mingle and, reconnect that love that you have with your spouse. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes they just don't want to be there. And a person always going to be where they want to be. You know what I mean? But maybe you need to reevaluate some things. Stop making your children sleep in the bed. I don't understand how y'all do that. How that work? Ain't no man I know, Johnson, don't get up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, honey. So what you doing with a baby in your bed? Let your kids go to their room. I don't care if they go in the tub. I don't care if they go in the living room. I don't care if they go outside the door on the floor, honey. But guess what they're not going to do? They're not going to be in the bed with you and your man, because that is not a good situation for a relationship. It's going to create issues in the bedroom. It's definitely going to do that. So I'm not saying that's the issue and that's the only issue, but it is a big issue because sex is a very big part of a relationship. Now, I think that another thing you could do together is seek counseling. If you're married, I'm not talking about your boyfriend. I'm talking about married people, or people who's been together for a long time that probably just don't want to get married. I think that those people definitely need to seek counseling to figure out what is the problem. Sometimes you're not the problem. Sometimes they are the problem. Sometimes the things that they're dealing with from a day-to-day basis is the problem. But you have to exhaust all possibilities of trying to fix the problem, okay, before you decide to walk away. I'm a big advocate of that. I feel like before you leave your relationship, you should exhaust every possible resolution to fix it before you walk away. Like, don't just dispose of people. That's not cool. That shows that you was never really loyal, you was never really in love, you was never really, with that person. And don't go by the love feeling, because in reality, emotions are like cycles. Okay, when you meet somebody, you're at 12 o'clock and you're like really, really, really in love and it's amazing. And then at 3 o'clock, they become boring. At 6 o'clock, it's like, oh my God, they're getting on my nerves. At 9 o'clock, it's like, oh my God, I'm about to jump off a cliff. You know what I mean? And then you get to 12 and you're in love again, and it's cycles. And within those cycles, you build your relationship. It's like the seasons. Every time the season change, relationships are like seasons. But if you stick with that person, and you go through life with that person, you will be grateful one day to wake up and say, dang, we've been through so much together. Like, I would rather grow old with nobody else. Like, that's beautiful. There's strength and power in obstacles. So always, 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 exhaust all possibilities before you decide, should you stay or should you move on? And if you're going to do it with integrity, okay? Another thing I want to talk about, which is what, number 6, do not blame the other woman. Whoo, child. If your man cheated on you, or your woman cheated on you with another man, because women cheat too, let's not act like men are the only people who cheat. But if whoever you with is cheating on you, do not blame the person they're cheating on you with. Because the reality is, maybe they don't even know that they're the other woman or man. They probably don't know. They probably feel the same way you feel because they've been neglecting you, honey. So their attention been elsewhere, okay? And they probably been giving this new person all this love and attention and affection. They don't know you exist because you ain't really that important right now, okay? So we not about to go blaming people. We're going to do what works best for us. You're going to do the mature thing, is either you stay or you leave. When you decide if you want to stay or you leave, you do it with integrity. You don't bust out his windows. You don't slash his tires. You don't stalk him. You don't get him fired from his job. Because one thing I would tell you, baby, karma is a bitch. And you better be real careful what you do to people, because whatever you do, sure as this earth is round, it will come back to you, and God don't sleep. So you better be very careful what you do to people. Don't sit there and fight evil with evil. If that man don't, or that person, whoever you with, don't want to treat you good, guess what? Just walk away and focus on you. Make yourself real great, and give them a reason to see who you are. But don't be in the relationship being a mess and then you want to act like you want to leave and level up. Like, that ain't cool, because they know the real you. They know the real you is a slob. Okay, or the real you is just not on point, and sometimes, we got to check ourselves, light a fire on our own ass and get ourselves together, and if that's what it takes, guess what? He just made you a better woman for the next man, and that's a-okay, and my final point is this. If you know this man is cheating on you, you have proof this man is cheating on you, okay? You are sure he's cheating on you. He has told you he has somebody else. And you choose to stay, shut the F up. Okay? Stop complaining to your friends, to your family, to your mama, to whoever about why he dog you out and he's a dog and he ain't no good and all this stupidness. Stop that. It's either you're gonna stay or you're gonna leave. So if you're gonna stay in a toxic ass relationship where you feel undervalued and underappreciated and you are a doormat and you choose to stay, and don't ever say you're going to stay for your kids or you're going to stay because you're married, because divorces do exist, okay? And children could live in two separate homes and still have two great parents who are not good together. Because in reality, when you stay in a relationship for the children, okay, you create a more toxic environment because now your children are growing up seeing somebody ill treat their mom ill treat their dad, both of you guys talking to each other crazy, both of you guys doing stuff to hurt each other. Like, how does that really affect the kids? Go move on with your life, sis. Go find you another man. I promise you, if you focus on you and not being bitter, focus on not being a bitter person, okay? When you leave this person, I promise you, it's either they're going to come back, improve themselves, and get their stuff together, or you're going to find somebody else. Like, sure as day, honey, as sure as the sun goes down, okay? Sure as hell, it come right back up within a couple hours. So stop sitting there and wasting your time on people, okay, who just don't value you. Don't do that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video, and I hope that I gave you some information that will probably help you, that will stop you from wasting your time and your life on people who is insignificant and does not matter and don't appreciate you. Stop doing that. We're not doing that no more. Okay, so before you go, don't forget to comment. Let me know how I'm doing. This video is not for you, and you know someone who needs to hear what I said, forward it to them. Share the video. Okay, and thank you so much. Until next time, be blessed.